Filipinos say Israelis are taking over this protected island, and locals are fighting back.
The aggressions from microaggressions to even bigger incidents are forms of neocolonization.
Siargao is a protected island, and Filipinos want to preserve its marine life. But in recent years, Israelis have flocked to the island after serving in the military during the genocide in Gaza. Siargao locals have held protests against the influx of Israeli tourists. In August 2023, a Chabad house, or Hasidic Jewish Community Center, was opened in Siargao to exclusively house other Israelis. Local residents said the business was illegal and didn't have the permit to operate. Many say the Chabad house also hosts parties until the early hours and disrespects neighbors. And despite locals protesting, the owners are continuing with the expansion of the Chabad project anyway.
One very big problem we have with community centers like the Chabad house that's being established is how they openly market themselves as a retreat for their armed forces. Like fresh out of war, they'll ship them to my country, to Thailand, to India, so they can blow off steam, which is what they do. They have their own raves, they have their own events, they have their exclusive cultural gatherings or whatever. My country is not prepared for this mental health crisis that they are dumping upon my people.
Locals in Siargao say Israelis are building illegally, threatening and attacking business owners, and harassing the island's LGBTQ community.
It makes us feel very displaced and disrespected and almost helpless. We've been here centuries and suddenly this new group of people is trying to insert themselves. They're on tourist visas, right? But their intention is not to be tourists. They're trying to settle here.
Locals have also reportedly complained online that Israelis have refused to pay restaurant bills and even called Filipino staff slaves. And Rich believes it's part of a wider issue of Israeli tourists acting superior to Filipinos.
There's a huge tendency for them to disrespect people of other cultures. There are cases of them talking down to Filipinos, talking down to other Asians, treating us like we're lesser than them.
In May, a group of Israeli tourists reportedly attacked a cafe on the island that displayed a Palestinian flag, assaulting one of its Filipino owners and damaging the property.
They came back on a different day and they broke into the cafe, they vandalized the place, they caused property damage, and they assaulted the owners, and then they left. The reports say that they were masked individuals.
In December of 2021, the Philippines was hit by Typhoon Odette. Residents in Siargao spent years trying to rebuild their communities after infrastructure was damaged and clean water access became more difficult. But the influx of tourists is making the recovery and rebuilding harder.
They feel like they can just move here and take over spaces and displace our own people just because they're many or just because they have some money.